touch me. You're ugly, just don't touch me. You're ugly, bro. I'm godlike, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me. You're ugly, just don't touch me. You're ugly. These women love me, bro. They tryna take me. That's the wrong way, the wrong way. Back, yeah, buddy. If you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me. I can turn auntie into a. I'm in the S5 facing comfy, cause can't name that nigga me, dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
One guarantee I can absolutely make is that all week in preparation, the coach kept telling his team, we're on the road, don't do anything to bring the crowd into it, and that's exactly what they just did. A bad return, and now the home team crowd, they are fired up.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, it's Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2nd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw is Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again, McCarthy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for two. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go!
Pushes him over. And they're knocking on the door now. Good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Get it!
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll go again here with Akers. A beautiful fake. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Aaron Jones.
22 yards.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now. Fighting through it, he's got space.
70 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Jackson now. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
2nd down and 3.
13.
Here's Jackson.
A slant route caught by Bateman.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Here's Jackson to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Finding space at the 40.
As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Jackson.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And that'll be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Again, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now this guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop him for a loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They run it with Chandler.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Chandler.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
After the penalty, and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Two in, two back ends, moved up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now.